If you want the cheapest coins around, go to ufifa.com. Prices start from about £1 per 100k on all platforms. Use the code TVM to get them that cheap. The link is in the description. Go check them out. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to FIFA 15 rating predictions. We've had 2 episodes already, 2 controversial episodes. This is going to be more of the same, really, because there's one player in particular who I'm interested to talk about. So here we go then. First player, we're going to kick it off with Ricky Lambert, newly transferred to Liverpool. I still think he's going to be non-rare. He's currently non-rare, 76 rated for Southampton, of course. He's moved to Liverpool for 4 million. I don't think that's going to warrant a rare card. I think he's going to still stay the same. But a 2-point upgrade to 78. His pace will remain the same at 59. His current shot is 77. I've given that an upgrade of 79. Now, this is a big boost. His current passing on FIFA 14 is 58. I've upgraded that to 65. That could even go further because Ricky Lambert is actually the, I think, I might be wrong in saying this, but I think he's the 3rd highest assist giver of last season. Luis Suarez and Steven Gerrard were the top 2, and then Ricky Lambert for Southampton was 3rd, if I've got my stats correct, but I think that's right. So, you know, a lot of his game you'd think is in the air, but he's actually really good on the deck as well, and he can set up a goal. We're going to move over to his dribbling, 66. I've kept that the same, even though that could go up by a point or 2. His defending remains the same at 48, and then his heading goes up 2 points to 84 from 82. I think that's a pretty decent card. Not the best card in the world, but given his strength and his heading ability and his newfound passing ability as well, he could be a good centre forward if you play in a 4-4-1-1, for instance. If you've got a pacey striker up front, Ricky Lambert could nod those balls down for you. I think he'd be a really good asset to any team in FIFA 15, sorry, depending on how the gameplay is, because obviously different gameplay each year depicts whether you need pace or height. This year is height, last year was pace. We'll see. But the next player I'm going to go for is a current Chelsea player, and that is Felipe Luis. Good signing, very, very good signing. I bashed Chelsea big time in the last episode with their Diego Costa signing, but Felipe Luis for 20 million euros, I think it was, so it's a little less in pounds. Not too bad at all. Finally, a good left back that I can finally use that will link in with other. Linking with other decent players from around the world as well. At the moment on FIFA 14, you've only got English left backs really, and Gal Clichy. A lot of you will be naming loads of good left backs now, but you know, none that I like using that aren't English, that don't link in with any other team. But Felipe Luis is a good signing. Let's have a quick look at his stats then. I haven't upgraded him too much. He's currently 82 for Atletico Madrid. I've upgraded him to 83. I think he deserves that. He might go up to 84, but 83 seems just, seeing as how his first inform is 83 rated. So his current stats are 83 pace, I've kept that. 63 shot, I've kept that. 78 passing, I've kept that. 79 dribbling on his current card, I've upgraded that to 81. His defending has gone up 1 point as well to 82, and his heading remains the same. Now, a lot of you will be like, how can you justify putting him up 1 point if you've only upgraded 2 things? I think a lot of his in-game stats would upgrade. For instance, his marking would probably go up from 83 to about 85. His ball control is currently at 85. He's got very good ball control, so his boyfriend tells me. So we'll upgrade that to 88, for instance, and stand-in tackle would go up from 81 to 84. You know, there's a lot of things you can change. His strength would go up a little bit. His stamina could go up. It's not all face value, so a lot of his in-game stats would be upgraded. But I like that signing. Very good signing indeed. And let's move on to our third and final player. And I don't know whether to bash this guy or to praise him. It is David Luiz. Now, I know a lot of people hate this guy. A lot of people don't like him in real life. A lot of people like him in FIFA because he's quick, he's tall, he's got decent agility. So you know, a lot of people will use him in FIFA, and a lot of people will like him. But in real life, he is a liability, and that's because he's a centre back. He needs to be a CDM. Paris Saint-Germain have bought him as a centre back. There's no doubt in my mind about that. But he needs to be played as a CDM, and a lot of people would agree. I think if he was played as a CDM or even a central midfield player, he would be a lot better. He could be like a. I'm not going to compare him to Yaya Toure, but you know, he'd be like that type of player. You know, he's very good defensively, but he can get forward as well, because David Luiz loves to roam. He's got a good shot on him as well. There's no denying that he can shoot. So I think he'd be better further up the field than he would be as a defender. But there we go. Let's have a quick look at his stats. And I've put him up to 84 from 82. The only reason really I've upgraded him rating-wise is because he went for such a hefty price tag. 40 million with probably 10 million worth of add-ons. So 50 million in total. EA need to upgrade him to 84 because if you just switch him over as 82, I don't think it'll work. Despite the fact that he had a bit of a dodgy World Cup, he still stood out as one of Brazil's best players. Not that that was hard to do because let's be honest, Fred was in that team. But you know, he still stood out. He still scored a good goal, and EA will look at that and think, yeah, one of the best players in the world, like they did with Mario Götze. But let's have a quick look at his actual stats then. His current pace is 77. I think they could upgrade that to 79. I think he deserves it as well. He is quite pacey. 67 shot, interesting. I've kept it the same. The reason I've kept it the same, even though EA will see that he scored a goal, I don't think they'll upgrade his actual his shot. I think they'll upgrade his free kick. His current free kick is 75. I think he'll have a free kick of about 80, maybe even higher than that. His shot power as well is currently 73, but again I think that'll go up to near enough 80, and that's kind of where the 84 rating comes from. 75 passing is one upgrade on his current 74 passing. 74 dribbling, again, is 2 points above where he is at the moment. He's got 79 defending on both his 84 card and his FIFA 14 card, and I've upgraded his heading by 4 points, mainly because his only defensive duty in the World Cup was to try and head the ball away, because that's the only thing he could manage to do. But there we go. Those are the 3 cards. The David Luiz one in particular I think is fairly controversial. A lot of people will love him and think he deserves an 88 rated card given the fact that he's worth so much money as well. And a lot of people hate this guy and think he deserves a silver card. But, you know, that's my opinion. I quite like him actually in real life. I think he's a pretty decent player. I wouldn't like him in, for instance, in Liverpool as a centre-back, but I wouldn't mind him as like a midfield player. Because I know he could get forward and I know he could shoot. Okay, he's a bit of a dick sometimes, but again, I quite like him. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. He's that type of player. I quite like him. Anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think about the 3 players. But let me know what you think about David Luiz in particular. And also let me know whether you think Lambert is going to be rare or non-rare as I've given him. I think that's justified. I wouldn't argue if he was non-rare. But again, it doesn't really matter. But still, there it is. If you want ridiculously cheap coins so you can go out and buy some of these players, then all you need to do is go into the link in the description for ufifa.com. Use the code TVM and you will get them so cheap it will knock your socks off. They really are like the cheapest coin company around. Go check them out, link down below. If you've enjoyed this video, please smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Till the next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.